Hello, we are Team 6 and we are studying Seoul Metropolitan Government. And our team member is Kim Byung-jun, Ha Jun-hyuk, Kim Chan-ju, Choi Ji-sung, Park Soo-jin, and Kim Hae-bin. And today we are talk about Seoul Metropolitan Government. And this week is about superstructure and steel structure. Prior to this, Seoul Metropolitan Government is the only one building in Seoul and in Korea, so we interpretate the name of building. First, Seoul means the features of city. Metropolitan means the attention of people and needs of safety. And government means it was required to have high quality construction. Therefore, these properties are melted into the selection of all methods. And the amount of concrete used in the Vulcan's building is 70,000 meters square, and it means 7,100 lemicon is needed. But in consideration of city features, 7,100 lemicon can cause traffic jam and any other problems. So they planned casting amount per day to 2,150 meters square. So they did joining according to 1 day casting amount. So the plan to use 25 lemicons per day. Additionally, shipper deck is applied, so it enabled quick import of materials. Another form is mainly used in superstructure. Let me introduce the advantages of our foam. This is a picture of the surface taken after using an foam. As you can see in the picture, the concrete surface is cleaner when using foam than the existing plywood mold. This video shows the process of installing the foam. If you look at the joint of the foam, the jointing area is reduced. On the other hand, the plywood and Eurofoam method produces a large number of joints, which increases construction costs. Also, the use of Euro and plywood foam uses a variety of materials to generate construction waste. On the other hand, the material used in our foam is aluminum, which can be recovered 100% and reused multiple times. There are disadvantages to our foam too. Excessive initial investment cost of materials, reduced productivity due to precision of materials, limitations of the scope of the operation, lack of experienced technicians. Why Samsung consortium selected our foam? The initial cost of the foam is high. However, considering the use rates, there is a huge cost difference. Therefore, in buildings with high use rates, foam is the appropriate construction method. Why did they use foam when there are any pros and cons? There are two reasons to divide the reasons. The first reason is urban construction. When construction goes on in the city center, there's a lot to care about. It is a problem of noise and dust generation. But when using foam, the stones are reduced and dust is very low, so it's curing the dust problem. And shortening the construction period is essential to reduce overall complaints. Foam is very air shortened because it reduces installation and dismantling time, and is assembled in the field after manufacture at the factory. Typical construction period is about 9 days, but with foam, it is reduced from 7 days to 8 days. Through this, the government tried to reduce the problems of urban construction. The second reason is the monitoring of civic groups. When creating Seoul City Hall, various civic groups monitor the site. Our form was used to prevent accidents during surveillance. Accidents that can occur when pilot and uniform is carried out are the accidents that occur due to worker far from the board is dismantled and accidents that occur due to narrow working space. Using our form, it is possible to secure work safety by securing workspace. It is also easy to disassemble, which prevents accidents caused by worker force. This building has four cores, and core 1 is the only one that uses gang form. Why use gang form only for core 1? Core 1 is located in the outermost core of the building and has a large elevator. With such a large elevator hole, there is a high possibility of falling hazard. Gang forms were applied to reduce the falling hazard from that. Unlike other forms, the gang form is made of steel, and the parts of the form are brought to the site and assembled. That way, the board covers all the locations where the concrete is to be laid. This mold has a scaffold and a ladder together, so there is no need to install scaffolding separately, and a foam completely surrounding the outer side significantly reduces the likelihood of a clash. It also has the advantage of greatly reducing the time required because the gang foam is not dismantled but immediately climbed. We have to use the tower crane because of the enormousness of the gang foam, and it's hard to find skilled technicians. And the cost of the materials is 150% of that of ordinary uniforms. But despite all the shortcomings, to avoid the expected accident risk caused by the elevator holes in the first core, the gang foam has been applied. The selection of steel frame construction method should take into account the site conditions, construction period, and structure types, etc. Therefore, the end method was determined to be the most suitable using the following conditions. First, end construction method is advantageous for urban construction by weight and quantity distribution. Second, the only one set of subsequent processes has the advantage of shortening the construction period. Third, the rigid frame core element structure is able to repeat simple tasks. When installing street structure, sufficient construction planning and management is required to improve efficiency, accuracy, and safety during work. First, Samsung Consortium increased efficiency by reducing the number of inputs through workload distribution and enabling continuous work through the process of circulation. Secondly, particulate was managed using laser straightener. Finally, safety was improved by removing work requiring a height of more than one floor and installing deck. This is the sequence of AND method. First, insert steel columns by erecting them, and connect columns by bolting it, and insert deck and finishing work with installing higher floors column at the same time. And also, for the efficient management of steel construction, it is largely divided into A and B zones. Furthermore, the zone is divided in more detail within the A and B zones to maximize the effect of the end technique. Depending on the zoning, the process order was different from A1 to B2, which distributed the workload. The key is that if zone A1 is doing the fastest construction, of the N plus 1 floor. The process before one step is carried out as it goes to the right. This enables more efficient workload balancing. This week, we checked the situations that we considered when making Seoul City Hall and studied construction method to protect the meaning of the name Seoul City Hall. Next week, we will proceed with our study on the nonlinear steel frame structure, the biggest feature of Seoul City Hall. Our role allocation is Hachunyak, Kangfong, Chaejisung, and Method, Kim Byung-jun, Rhino, and PIM, Kim Hae-bin, PPT and Joining, Park Soo-jin, PPT and Research, Kim Chan-ju, RFOM and Presentation. Thanks for listening.